Welcome to a smoky night in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. We got A's baseball. Sheboygan plays a Newble battle against the Menasha Max. I'm Lucas Scholze alongside the Hall of Famer Mike Martin. And Marty, Sheboygan finally got a win yesterday against West Dallas.
Broke that 4-game losing streak against West Dallas last night with a 7-5 win. Uh, they had Jason Bunton on the mound. He did a good job, and nice to break that streak. Big game tonight, though, against Menasha. Bigger for them than for us.
And Menasha sits at the top of the Newble by just a game. Sheboygan cannot win the Newble in the regular season. They can win the Newble playoffs. We don't know officially when those playoffs will be scheduled for, but they got Noah Emery on the mound. What does he have to do to kind of settle down Sheboygan's defense?
Something we talked about before we went on the air. Throw strikes. Noah can throw strikes, keep the pitch count down. He'll go deep into the game, and it's only a 7-inning game. So there's a possibility he could pitch a complete game tonight. I think Tim was up here for delivering the lineup and said he's only got one other pitcher on the bench, and I believe he said Nolan Sand.
Yeah, I think I saw Bryce Lavisa down there as well, so maybe another pitcher showed up. At least he got two options in that bullpen. And the lineup that Noah Emery will have to face tonight looks like this. Aiden Kahneman leads it off. He's at first base. Ryan Sita is in center field hitting second. Evan Olson, the 3-0 hitter, is playing second base. Quade Thompson's hitting cleanup, followed by Jackson Anderson. Krista Groot is hitting sixth and playing DH. Connor Olson, the 7-0 hitter, is playing third. Colton Schwobe is the left fielder hitting eighth, and round now is Ben Johnston, and he's the right fielder. And Marty, you got the Sheboygan defense for us.
The battery tonight is going to be Emery pitching, Cal Casper catching. Around the infield, Jurgensen's at first, Haas is at second, Wagner's at third, and Lemons is at shortstop. We haven't seen Lucas here in Sheboygan in a while. He started last night out at Burlington, where West Dallas plays their games. Around the outfield, it's Tenney in left, Ames in center, and Hasselman in right. So pretty solid defensive lineup, I think, Lucas.
Hopefully they can keep it clean behind Emery. And he needs to have a good showing for Sheboygan to beat this tough Menasha team that they got the best of the last time they played. A game where Menasha almost came back at the end, but Sheboygan held them off.
Yeah, that was a 5-4 win, I believe. Yep.
The 1-2 pitch to Kahneman is low, and it evens it up at 2-2.
We mentioned Nolan Sand just a minute ago. He came into that game and pitched 3 2/3 and got the save and did a really nice job.
Emery, he's got the 2-2 pitch to Kahneman. And it's in the air, down the left field line. Wagner chasing after, but it'll be foul. And the count remains at 2-2. Kahneman staying alive. Last time we saw Kahneman, he went 3 for 5 with a double.
Emery, a big guy, 6'5", 205. It's from Hubertus, Wisconsin. Went to Marion. He's an alumni from there.
He comes in with an ERA slightly above 5, 5.6, as that one's fouled off. It comes in 17 2/3 innings, 17 strikeouts to 13 walks. So less than 9 strikeouts per 9 innings. A little below average in that category. The 2-2 pitch is hit foul again, and Kahneman continues to stay alive against Emery.
He's making him work.
And the thing we've talked about with Emery in the past is that sometimes his pitch count can be his demise. Throwing a lot of pitches, can't get by hitters. And we're seeing that right now in the first batter of the game. The 2-2 to Kahneman. Hit foul again. And again, he stays alive. Kahneman goes to Marion University. One of Sheboygan's pipelines. 2-2 again to Kahneman. Breaking ball way high. And he stays alive again. 3-2 now. What more where does Emery go here, Marty? He's been all over the plate and
throw the fastball, put it right down the middle.
Marty says challenge him, and he does, and again, that one's in foul territory, and it will get out of play. At least a 10-pitch at bat to begin the game for the Menasha first baseman.
The umpire ran out of balls.
Kahneman continues to battle. Can Emery get the best of him on this payoff pitch? Three and two. Emery looks in. And it's slow, and he lost him. Kahneman wins the battle and draws the walk to lead off the game. On a 9-pitch at bat. 10-pitch, I should say. Ryan Cita now, the batter. And that's just deflating for a pitcher, Marty. 10-pitch walk to begin your outing on a guy you felt like you were in control of.
He battled up there. You got to give him a lot of credit.
Oh, definitely. Pitch to Cita is low and outside. And again, it feels like Sheboygan over the past couple of games, they've got their bullpen, and it just hasn't been filled with players to use. One or two guys at most over the past couple of weeks. They put a lot of pressure on the starter. Well, you guys don't have really anyone behind you. The 1-0, and it's high, 2-0.
Game time temperature is 78 degrees. And our umpires tonight, we have Doug Koss behind home plate and Logan Koss behind home plate and Doug Steinke on the bases.
3-0 now. The pitch is high. The runner on the move, Kahneman, and that ball gets away from Haas, and it'll be a stolen base and a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and a 3-0 count to the 2-0 hitter, and a disastrous start for Emery on the mound. Marty mentioned it's a 7-inning game tonight because of the air quality. Get both teams out of here as quickly as possible. 3-0 pitch is popped up, but it'll be foul.
Boy, interesting that he was throwing or swinging 3-0. Could have just as easily been a pop-up on the infield.
And a lot of times you see those guys in the top of the order, 3-0, they have the green light. They know they'll probably get a pitch to hit.
Right.
But if you miss it, you look like an idiot.
He got one to hit that time, but all he could do is follow it off. 3-1
now to Cita. Runner at second base, Kahneman. Foul it off again. We got to keep a tally of the foul balls tonight, Marty.
I think Kahneman had at least 4. And now what do we got here? 2 more or so?
3-2. Back-to-back full counts against the A's starter. Can he win battle number 2?
Good job by Noah to come back from a 3-0 count.
The payoff pitch. Breaking ball is hit on the ground softly to third. Wagner fields, throws, tough play, and he got him. What a play by Hudson Wagner at third base to get Cita. Difficult pick for him, an even tougher throw, and he made them both look easy to get the first out of the first inning.
Good base running by Kahneman to head to third after Hudson made his throw across the infield. Here's where we could use a strikeout.
Brings up Evan Olson. 17 strikeouts on the season for Emery. Now in 18 innings pitched. It's not his strong suit, but he will get him at times. Breaking ball line, down left field line, and foul. Quick 0-1.
Looked like a breaking ball, Lucas, that he hung up there. And thank goodness Olson fouled it because he hit it hard.
If he would have kept that one fair, would have gone for extra bases. Emery still got a battle, no swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, a quick 0-2. Can Emery get that put-away pitch that he's been longing for in this first inning? Couldn't get with Kahneman. Cita put it in play. It's the third time the charm for the A's pitcher. That one's outside, it's 1-2. Be deflating for Menasha if Olson were to strike out or popping up on the infield. Gives Emery a way out of this inning. That one's outside. Good block, or pick by Casper, I should say, to keep it in front.
Kind of bounced right up into his glove, that ball did.
Sometimes those can be those in-between hops that make it difficult for catchers. That one, a little more simple, I'd say. Not easy by any means. 2-2, 1 out. Olson at the plate, Emery on the mound. Runner at third base is Kahneman. One's hit soft in the ground, will bring a run in. Haas fields, throws in time. Great play by George Haas to get the out, but Menasha takes an early lead after a leadoff walk, a stolen base, and 2 groundouts. Kahneman comes all the way around and scores. And the Macs are in front.
Quade Thompson is the Max catcher.
What's up, Quade Thompson?
According to your notes, it looks like he attended St. Mary's
Minnesota, yep.
in Minnesota.
A lot of different St. Mary's Gales in California.
Yeah. Well, this St. Mary's actually is very close to Winona State University in Winona, Minnesota.
Winona State, where Cal Casper attends. So, pretty close relationship, just like they're close in distance at the plate and behind the plate. It's 1-2 now on Quade Thompson.
Well, if Emery can limit the damage to only 1 run, that's not so bad.
Breaking ball, he got him swinging. Noah Emery, after giving up a leadoff walk, gets out of it with just the 1 run allowed. 1-0 Menasha as we're through a half inning. The A's are coming up.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
We're back for the bottom of the first inning, and Sheboygan will send to the plate this lineup against the Menasha Max defense. Alex Ames, he leads it off. He's in center field. Chase Hanselman, he's in second. The right fielder, Connor Lash, is in third. The cleanup hitter is Hudson Wagner. He's the third baseman. Jamie Jorgensen hits fifth. Cal Casper, he's in sixth behind the plate. Nick Tenney, the left fielder, hits seventh. Lucas Lemons is in eighth, and he's the shortstop. And round out George Haas, the second baseman.
Defense for Menasha. Their battery is Zach Lemieux is pitching and Quade Thompson catching. Over at first base is Aiden Kahneman. At second base, Evan Olson. Over at third, Connor Olson. A lot of Olsons in there. At shortstop, Jackson Anderson. He's a good one. In left field, Colton Schwobe. In center field, Ryan Sita. And in right field is Ben Johnston. That's the MAC defense.
Zach Lemieux, the pan on the mound for the Max. As this first pitch is in there on Alex Ames. Ames is on a hot stretch right now. Had 3 hits last night. Pushed Sheboygan to the win over the West Dallas Nationals.
We went through a good chunk of June without seeing any left-handed pitching, and we've seen quite a few left-handed pitchers over the course of the last couple of weeks.
Sheboygan has done a nice job hitting those left-handed pitchers. They haven't stayed in the game long against the A's. Breaking ball missed wide.
Yeah. We got a spider right by us wanting to be part of the broadcast. But when he found out he wasn't going to be on camera, he's going back up.
2-2, or 3-1 on Ames, I should say. Trying to lead off the game for Sheboygan with the base runner. Hits it right side and foul, not a play. Count is full on the A's center fielder. We saw Ames at a different position last time against the Green Bay. He played second base.
And no surprise, he did a great job at second base.
Back to his roots in his first year with Sheboygan. And he draws the walk, and Sheboygan's got a base runner to start off this game offensively. against left-handed pitcher.
For Ames, that's his 18th walk of the season. And then you tack on those 14 hit by pitches. That's 32 times on base.
And Chase is on, or I should say, Alex's on base percentage is .435 this season. Absolutely incredible.
Alex also a base stealing threat, 16 stolen bases, leads the club in that department.
And brings up Chase Hanselman, who's mashed left-handed pitching this season. Takes that first pitch high, and just 9 at-bats, he's 4 for 9. He's mashed right-handed pitching as well, hitting .340 against right-handers. Goes for a .350 overall average. What a season he has had at the plate. The 1-0 is low, and 2-0, and Lemieux a little bit of trouble with the strike zone early on. Hanselman just continues to show his offensive ability as well as his defensive ability. That's why he finds himself hitting second almost every day now.
Looks like Alex might be a little leery to steal a base against the left-hander. He might be having trouble reading his move.
Yeah, I always mention that left-hander's looking at you the whole way. It's tough to steal a bag. 3-0 pitch right in there for a strike. And we saw Emery come back on a 3-0 count and getting out. Can Lemieux do the same thing? The A's hope he doesn't. Hanselman looking for a pitch to hit here. And that one he took in there for a strike. It's 3-2.
Chase thought it was a little high. Umpire Koss liked it, and that's all that counts.
Hanselman leads the club in doubles with 12. He's got 18 walks as well. As he hits that one to left field, that sends back to left fielder. Schwobe's still going back. It's over his head off the wall. Ames is around third. He's on his way home. Hanselman will be with the stand-up double, and there's no throw. Alex Ames scores an RBI double for Chase Hanselman, and the A's respond right away. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the first inning.
Seemed like that ball hung up there a little bit, like the outfielder might have a chance at it, but it was just a little bit too far for him. Good hit by Hanselman.
Continues to add on to that doubles lead. 13 of them now for Sheboygan. And that brings up Connor Lash, who's on a hot streak as well. This top of the order has been on fire for the A's, all three of them. In the absence of Harry Stelt, have really found their spot. Lash hitting .286 now for Sheboygan. He takes it inside, starting to look like that player that he was last season.
Connor has 3 doubles. We're still waiting for him to hit his first home run. He led the club last year. Was tied with the club lead actually with 7.
2-0 on Lash.
Ames really has good speed, Lucas. It was fun watching him run around the bases once he knew the ball was not going to be caught.
And the thing that makes it even more special is that he wasn't even sure that ball was going to get down right away, and he still scored from first. 2-0 Lash.
He ran the bases just the way you're supposed to. You know, if you're not sure and where the ball was hit, he could go all the way to second base, because if it is caught, he could still get back to first. But he was on second, saw it was down, and boy, he motored all the way home.
That one's inside on Lash, and Lemieux's struggles continue on the mound. And you know what, got Chase Hanselman at the plate, you always got to be on your toes. Hits the ball hard, and Ames was ready to go on that one, and read the ball perfectly, especially in the smoky air. Assuming it's a little bit more difficult to read the ball. 3-1 pitch is taken inside, and Lash draws the walk. And the first 3 reach for Sheboygan, and they are in business in the first, with nobody out for Hudson Wagner. Wagner continues to show his special season. He's in .265, and in his 6 at-bats against lefties, he's 3 for 6. Chance to bring in Hanselman from second, and already a meeting on the mound.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to say Wagner's hitting .500 against left-handers, but when you look at it and you see, well, there's only 6 at bats, you know, it got to draw some of that enthusiasm back. But Hudson's been swinging the bat well over the last couple weeks, and hopefully he can come through with a big hit here.
And you don't see a lot of lefties, Sheboygan. A lot of right-handed arms, so it makes it difficult when you do see that lefty to pick up on the release point. Sometimes takes a couple innings, but hasn't been an issue so far in this one. First 3 have reached as Wagner takes one outside. It's been the theme for Lemieux. His misses haven't really been close.
The one thing that was a concern for me early on with Hudson was the number of strikeouts, and he's cut way back on that. He's been making much better consistent contact. And like you mentioned, he's got that batting average up there.
And he was started off cold, as we've talked about before. He got hot, and he has stayed hot. He hasn't really cooled off since that original hot stretch. The average is in a good spot as he takes that one in there for a strike. It's 2-1 on Wagner.
I was going to say it's interesting 2-0 that Lemieux would be coming with a big breaking ball and able to deliver on it to throw a strike.
Hasn't had a great feel for that pitch to this point. 2-1 is in there for a strike. The window's closed. We can't really hear the umpire's call completely, so sometimes you got to wait a little bit. 2-2 on Wagner. Hansen one's at second, and Lash is at first. Chance for Sheboygan take an early lead as that one's inside. And we've seen our fair share of walks this week. Between Denmark game and Green Bay had a few of them, not nearly as many, but still had a few of them. And already 2 quick ones from Menasha pitching. See if Wagner can draw one himself. And he does, and the bases are loaded for Jimmy Jurgensen.
Jimmy's shown that he can hit left-handed pitching, even though he's a left-handed batter.
He started off very hot first left-handed pitch. In the first at-bat, you saw this season against a left-handed pitcher. He hit a home run, and a walk-off home run at that. He's 2 for 8 against the Southpaws this season.
Jimmy continues to lead the club in RBIs. He has 33. Good speed on the bases, too.
First pitch to Jurgensen is a heavy hack, and he comes up empty. He wanted to make this a 4-run game with one swing of the bat. Mentioned he leads the club in homers. 6 of them this season. And hits that one softly to second. Olsen fields, throws to second for 1, and in time at first for 2. A run does come in, but don't give Jurgensen an RBI on the double play. As Sheboygan has the lead for the first time tonight. They answer with 2 runs. And Cal Casper will have a runner on third with 2 outs. Chance to give Sheboygan some early insurance.
Cal's been struggling recently. It's due to start hitting.
First pitch to Casper is inside for ball 1. And you don't see Jurgensen fail to come through in those situations very often. In 395 with runners in scoring position. And he, instead of getting 4 runs, he gives Sheboygan 2 outs. As Casper hits in the air, right side, going back. First base of Kahneman, but calling him off as Olsen and making the catch for the 3rd out. That ends the first, but Sheboygan answers with 2 of their own. And now they have the lead through 1. 2-1 Sheboygan as we go to the 2nd inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back for the top of the second inning, Jackson Anderson will lead it off, the 5-hole hitter. Emery threw 25 pitches in the first inning, gave up the 1 run, but his offense helped him out. And he's pitching with the lead here in the second. Just a 1-run advantage, the smallest advantage in baseball. But he'll take a lead to work with here. As they'll face 5, 6, and 7, Jackson Anderson, Chris DeGroot, and Connor Olson. Anderson was 0 for 4 last time these two teams played. As he hits that one, the right field coming in, Hanselman going out. Second baseman Haas. Hanselman's there and he makes the catch for the first out. It's great to have that speed in the outfield.
Lucas, I was just looking at my score sheet from the last game and I saw that he was 0 for 4, but I didn't want to say anything because, you know, I want him to continue to not get hits, and then you blurted out and Hanselman bailed you out.
He's 0 for 5 now. Last 2 games for Sheboygan. Hopefully it continues to be an offer. That brings up Chris DeGroot. First pitch from Emery is hit in the air again, popped up. Jurgensen calling everybody off, and he makes the catch for the second out, and 2 quick outs for Emery on the mound. Boy, did he need it.
What'd we say he had, 25 pitches?
25 pitches, yep.
So his pitch count so far this inning is going to be way down, and that'll help his total.
Brings up Connor Olson. Goes to UW Stevens Point. Made a great play. Calling everybody off to end the first inning. Caught a pop-up. That one's in there for a strike on him from Emery.
Now,
I should say that was Evan Olson that made the catch.
I'm not sure. Do we know that the Olson boys are brothers?
We do not have that information.
We don't have that information. Because I was going to say one goes to UW 0, and the other one goes to Stevens Point, you said?
Yes. 1-1 on Evan, or Connor Olson, as he swings and misses. Heavy hack, and Emery strike away from him in a very efficient second inning. Menasha scored a run that first inning without the benefit of a hit. Pitch is low. It was a leadoff walk, then Kahneman stole second, and then 2 groundouts, got him to third, and then to home. And that gave Menasha a 1-0 lead at the time before Sheboygan put up 2 runs in the bottom half of the inning to take control, as that one lined to right field, coming in Hanselman, and that'll be down for a base hit. First of the day for the Max, just as we were talking about it. Olson's got a 2-out single. See if he's in motion for Colton Schwabe. Schwabe did not appear against Sheboygan last and only time these two played at Wildwood Park. On July 10th, it was a makeup game. That was in there for a strike. Sheboygan won that game, mentioned 5-4. Big win at the time. It still is a big win.
Yep.
Even though Sheboygan can't win the league, it's a big loss, more so for Menasha.
Yeah, this game tonight particularly is very important. They have a 1-game lead on Appleton, and they are going to play Appleton on Monday, July 20th, and then the last league game for Menasha is against Greenville on Friday, the 24th of July.
Big chance here for Menasha to put Appleton behind him as that one's in there, called strike 3. Great and efficient inning for Noah Emery. Puts up a 0, and Sheboygan remains in front 2-1 as we're through an inning and a half.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back for the bottom of the second inning. Nick Tenney ready to lead it off against Lemieux. Zach Lemieux struggled in the first inning with his command as the first pitch is fouled off by Tenney. What does he need to do in the second inning? Obviously throw strikes, but is there anything other that he needs to do to kind of lock it in on the mound?
No, I just think Lemieux needs to throw strikes. He was lucky to get out of the situation he was in, and it might have been our last home game. I think we drew 5 walks in 1 inning before they finally pulled the pitcher, and we only got 1 or 2 runs that inning too. You know, so we're not exactly lighting it up when we've got big opportunities. And even though we scored 2 runs in the first, which is real nice, it could have been a lot better.
And we talked about it. Sheboygan has great discipline at the plate. They draw a lot of walks no matter what team they face. You can say it's bad pitching, but it's also great job at the plate, taking those pitches and not chasing as Tenney swings and misses.
Averaging almost 4 walks a game.
But when they don't get those timely hits, they all go for naught a lot of times. So you're not going to walk home runs more often than not. As Tenney, speaking of the walk, he draws one himself. Another walk for Sheboygan. It's the 4th of the game. Already at that average in the second inning.
Lemieux, being a left-hander, may neutralize the Sheboygan running game. We thought Ames might be going, but he hardly took much of a lead when he was on base. Did some great base running on Hanselman's double to score from first.
Yeah, it's tough to get a big lead against left-hander, especially one with a good move. Pitch to Lemons. He shows bunt, pulls it back. The back pick is not in time. Lemons hitting .222 again, limited at bats, just 27 of them.
The times that he's played here in Sheboygan, we had a chance to see him. He's a really good defender.
And that's what Sheboygan needs on the infield. Part of the reason why he's starting tonight. Mentioned over 2 errors a game, and that's just look to the Wisconsin State League where their
Sheboygan's
first
best defender is out for the year, Riley Palmquist, and not that we found anybody to replace Riley, but Lemons is a good defensive player.
The 1-1 pitch to Lemons is low in there for a strike. And you talk about you need those great defenders, especially in Lombard this weekend. If you're going to come out top of the state league, you can't be averaging over 2 errors a game.
Yeah. Pitching and defense wins championships.
1-2 to Lemons. Swing and a miss. Lemieux got him. And the first out of the inning comes via the K for the Menasha pitcher.
His first strikeout of the game.
Brings up George Haas.
Haas in his first year with Sheboygan has really come on from early on. He's shown himself to be a very valuable player.
He's been better defensively recently as well. He's up to 20 walks. He does lead the team in that category, yes. 0-1. Haas takes it in there for a strike. Quick 0-2 on George. George is not gotten a hit against lefties yet. He's 0 for 7. Pitch to him. Breaking ball missed. Thompson tried to frame it, but to no avail. George goes to Marion, just like Kahneman, the leadoff hitter for Menasha. Pitch is hit on the ground softly. Step on the bag for one, it's going to be a double play. What a play by the shortstop Anderson. A 6-3 double play, and the second double play Sheboygan's ground into in 2 innings. And they come up with nothing. Still 2-1 Sheboygan as we go to the third.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Back for the top of the third inning at Wildwood Park. 9-1-2 due up for Menasha. Ben Johnston, Aiden Kahneman, and Ryan Sia. And Noah Emery really bounced back in that second inning, Marty.
It's a good second inning for him. Hopefully he can keep it up. He gets to start off with the 9th hitter, which is always nice.
And 9th hitter Ben Johnston did appear against Sheboygan and went 0 for 5. And just like Quade Thompson, or I should say just like Jackson Anderson, we hope that continues.
I got Ben Johnston being 0 for 4 in that first game here.
Huh.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatros, y a be blau.
Yeah, I see it now.
Eins, drei,
I see it.
5 here.
Tough to do it in that many languages, I get the point.
Yeah.
Thank you, though.
I'm still working on my English.
First pitch to Johnston, who was 0 for 4 the last time these two played. Takes the first pitch ball. You can see the smoke just settling on the field, especially once it gets darker and the lights. You'll definitely be able to see it even stronger as that one's popped up into shallow left field. Lemons is under it, and he makes a catch for the first out.
I know it's hard for us to track it up here, at least it is for me. I think it's a little easier if you're down on the field, but it's going to get tough, you're right, when it gets a little darker and the haze stays.
Especially, I was wondering what you thought of the Hanselman double, if any trouble in left field for Schwobe trying to make that catch. It was a hard hit ball for sure.
Yeah, right. I don't think that played as much a part into it as the ball carrying and just out of his reach. They both seemed to be tracking it pretty good. They just couldn't catch up to it.
6. That one's fouled off by Kahneman left side.
Here's our Mr. Foul Ball guy. He had about 4 of them, I believe, in that first at bat and wound up drawing a walk.
Tony Gwynn type of player, contact only, doesn't strike out. At least that's what we've seen so far.
Right.
He was 3 for 5 last time these two played. He had a double and 2 singles. And he hits that one softly to second Haas. Fields and throws the first in time. And another 2 quick outs for Emery. He's been strolling right along. And we talked about him giving up that run in the first inning. He only gave up 1 base runner. It was via the walk. That stolen base was what really hurt him.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. Takes me back to like the '62 Dodgers where they'd score runs without getting a hit.
That one's in there for a
Of course, it helps to have a guy like Maury Wills who steals 80 or 90 bases a season.
Yeah, that helps. Go back or go forward a couple years, and you got Ricky Henderson stealing 100 bases a season. As Cita fouls that one off, and it's 0-2 on him. And after a 25-pitch first inning, Emery really locked in that second, and he's retired the first two and the third. He's got an 0-2 count on Cita. Chance to really help out that pitch count and help Sheboygan get some innings out of him. The 0-2 pitch is fouled back. It feels like he just doesn't have that put-away pitch in this game so far. He's getting outs,
he
but
brought the heat that time. He brought back a little harder, but got to give Menasha credit. You know, they hang in there pretty good. And I can remember way back when I played, Menasha was always seemed to have good hitters. The pitching sometimes let them down back in those early years, but even up to now, they hit the ball and they hang in there.
Ball's hitting the ground softly. Lemons fields, throws to first. Not in time. Steinke calls him safe at first. And it's a single, another two-out single for Menasha. And they get a base runner.
There's the difference from the first inning when you get your leadoff man on. Now they're getting guys on, but they're with 2 outs.
And last time, in the second inning, that Emery gave up a runner, 2 outs. He struck out the next batter. Hopefully it's the same story in the third. Evan Olson will be the one to hit against Emery. That one hit softly. It's going to get over the head of Haas in the right field. Cito will stop at second, and back-to-back base hits, and Menasha's threatening with 2 outs. And now it's Quade Thompson. Big spot for Thompson to tie this game, or if he hits one in the gap, could give his team the lead.
Thompson, one of the 2 strikeout victims for Noah.
Talk about Emery Cruz, and all of a sudden, Menasha's got something going against him. Need that one more base hit to bring that run in. On the move, the third is Cita. Casper's throw over is not in time. Went off the glove of Wagner, and that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, good job by Wags to knock it down.
That gets in the left field for sure. 1 run scores.
On the back end, Evan Olson still sitting on first
I
base.
was surprised to see him not go. Normally you see when a runner steals third, if there are 2 runners on base, that both of them are going.
I know it's after the fact, and you know the play is basically over, but when Noah saw the runner on second jump to that big lead and then step back, when he looked at him, that might have been the best time to just step off, you know, and reset everything, and maybe you can get one of your infielders to try and keep him a little closer. He had a running start to go to third.
Yes. It was a close play too. Casper had a chance at him.
He's got a gun. Metaphorically, he's got a strong arm.
A cannon.
Yeah.
A
Metaphorically.
Rocket. A rocket. 1-2 on Quade Thompson. Emery trying to work out of it. Fouled back again, and this team, they just do not get up in that bat. Menasha now got 3 hits, 2 of them coming in this third inning. Sheboygan's only got 1 of them, but they have 2 runs. Can Emery keep Menasha off the board in the third? That one hits softly. It's going to get over the head of Lemons and in the left center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. On his way to third is Olson, and he'll be in there. And an RBI single for Quade Thompson ties the game up at 2. And 3 singles with 2 outs is Emery's demise in the third inning.
That one hurt. 2 strikes and 2 outs, and just couldn't get them. Stuck the bat out.
Great contact hitters, the Max, they've shown so far in this game against Emery. Brings up Jackson Anderson. Runners on the corners, same situation. That one's in there for a strike. You know, it's bad enough you give up that 1 run with 2 outs to flame for a pitcher, but you got to stay in that same mindset. You got to find a way to keep this game tied, especially being 7 innings now. Don't get as much time as throw over to first is not in time. 4 hits now for the Max, 3 in this third inning, all with 2 outs. all of their 4 hits have been with 2 outs as well.
I was going to say none of these base hits have been really, struck hard.
That one, another back pick from Casper is not in time. He's got to be careful with that runner on third.
We saw that the other night where Cal tried to throw one. He picked the guy off at first, and he wound up getting by Jimmy and allowed that runner on third to score. So you're always taking a little bit of a chance with that, runners on first and third.
2-1 pitch is check swung off the netting, and we've talked about it before. It's a high risk, low reward play. A lot of times you're not going to get that runner at first, and a lot of times also your defender is not prepared for that throw coming in, and if it's low, it can get by the infielder. And everyone moves up 1 or maybe multiple bases. 2-2 pitch from Emery to Anderson. It's called strike 3. Hasper doesn't have to throw down the second because he's got to go back to the dugout. Emery strikes out Anderson for the 3rd out of the inning, and Menasha ties it up at 2, but that's all they get. We're tied at 2 as we go through 2.5.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Bottom of the 3rd action, ready going here at Wildwood Park. 1, 2, 3 due up for Sheboygan. Ames, Hanselman, and Lash, all 3 of which reached their first time up. And they're going to need it if they want to take the lead back here after giving it up in the top half of the 3rd.
Hey, that 1-2-3 was a winning combination in the first inning.
First 4 reached against the Mew in the first inning, as Ames takes that one inside. Sheboygan with just 1 hit that came off the bat of Chase Hanselman. That scored Ames. Double in the left center field gap. So Alex takes it low. Ames has got his average up to 300 on the season.
I was going to say Alex has a loyal family fan base. They're here every game, sitting in that first
that
row right below
center
us.
field, and I'll get down for a base hit for Alex in front of his family and friends. Leads off the 3rd inning with a base runner for Sheboygan.
The first inning, when Alex got on base, he took very conservative leads at first base, trying to get a read on Lemieux. Let's see what he does this time on at first base.
And he scored while having a short lead and while having to stop at second base, see if the ball would even get down. He's got that much of great sprint speed. And Chase Hanselman was the one who brought him in on that double. His 13th of the season. As that one's taken high. Hanselman got his 16th RBI. I should say 19th RBI.
Yeah, I was going to say.
As he fouls that one off right side, or is it going to stay fair? It will not. Hits the warning track in foul territory. Had a chance at another double there if he kept that one fair.
I had trouble tracking the ball, but I was watching Chase, and he started to sprint down to first base. I thought, oh my, this could be extra bases again. but it wasn't really that close.
And Lash behind him. The triple threat in Sheboygan's order. See if Hansman can get on a second time. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Lemieux. Put it right past the bat of Chase. Menasha answered in the top of the third with 3 2-out hits off of Noah Emery, who was cruising until the Menasha bats got the best of him. Pitch is hit in center field, right in the tracks of Sita. Goes back a few steps and makes the catch for the first out. Ames will retreat to first.
Sheboygan comes in 23 and 18 overall. They're 6 and 7 in the Newble, and in third place they're 4 games behind. So like Lucas has been saying all night, they're not going to win the championship this year. They're basically playing for playoff position.
Playoff position still being decided on the Newble. It's not official yet what they're going to do. We know the first team will get a bye no matter what, so that's why it's so important for Menasha to hold on to that top spot.
Exactly.
Appleton right there, as you mentioned in the beginning.
In last year's playoff, it was Sheboygan versus Menasha in the championship round, a 3-game best-of-3 playoff. And basically what happened with Menasha, they just ran out of pitching for the championship game, and it showed. It was a blowout win for Sheboygan.
And they even said that coming into the game. We don't know who's going to pitch.
Yeah.
We're out of guys, and Sheboygan obliterated them in Game 3, winning the series 2-1.
And back to your point, that's why it's so important to have a bye through a round or two where you can save your best pitchers.
1-1 on Lash. 1 out in this third inning. Ames stands at first. He reached on a single. As that one's inside, it's 2-1. Last year, Sheboygan's home run leader tied for first with 7. Jimmy's got 6 right now this season. As that one swung on and missed by Connor. Still a little bit of season left for Jimmy to tie or even take the lead from last season's record.
I was going to say the opponents have hit 22 home runs off of our pitching. We only have 14 on the year.
2-2 is low. I feel like all of them. As the catcher can't find the ball, and Ames will take second base. Thompson couldn't find where the ball was. It was right in front of him. And he didn't realize it, and Ames took second base. And now runner in scoring position for Lash.
Thompson did a good job of blocking the ball, but again, like you said, he just couldn't locate it, and that allowed Alex to chase off to second base.
I feel like all those home runs for Sheboygan have been when I've been leading the game at Wildwood Park. It feels like almost every game for that stretch of time. As Lash takes it inside, and he draws another walk. 2 walks for Connor, and the 5th of the day for Sheboygan already. Showing that plate discipline again. Brings up Hudson Wagner.
Third baseman, number 27, Hudson Wagner.
Wagner drew a walk as well. He was, nice catch. He was the 3rd and final walk of that first inning. 2 runners on, Ames at second, and Lash at first. As Wagner takes that one high.
You know, we talked about it earlier. You get these opportunities, you have to capitalize, and right now Lemieux is giving us some opportunity. Let's capitalize.
Especially in just a 7-inning game. Wagner takes it in there. Good frame by Thompson. Made it look better than it was. No wind at all in center field. Flag is silent out there. Ames thought about taking third. Thompson's got his eyes on him.
He wanted to throw down to second to try and pick Alex off, but none of the middle infielders went to cover the base.
I feel like that's just more of a trap as well if he had thrown it down. You risk making a dangerous throw that could allow Ames to advance as Wagner fouls it off, and it's even at 2-2. Lavisa over there, first base coach. Chance he comes in the game later. One of the 2 bullpen arms available tonight for Sheboygan. Nolan Sand the other. 2 and 2, 1 out. Runner in scoring position for Hudson Wagner. Swing and a miss. Wagner comes up empty, and Lemieux gets another strikeout, his second. And now Jurgensen's got another chance with runners in scoring position.
Come on, Jimmy.
First baseman, number 32, Jimmy Jurgensen.
Lefty on lefty matchups, always more difficult on the batter. Pitch is right through there for a strike. Great breaking ball. And that's what's the toughest for left-handers to pick up against same-sided pitchers. Is that breaking ball. Looks like it's going to hit you all of a sudden. It's in the middle of the zone. 0-1, 2 outs on Jurgensen. That one is low. It's 1-1. Jimmy, we mentioned, leads the team in homers. He's got 6. He does have a 3-run home run off a left-handed pitcher this year. Nearly 2 months ago now. 1-1 is low and it gets away. Ames on his way to third. The throw from Thompson won't be in time. And a big extra base for Alex Ames to take. Another one gets by and Sheboygan can take the lead.
Lash still on at first base. Thompson, their catcher, has a real fine arm too, Lucas.
He showed it right there. 2-1 on Jimmy. That one's in the air, foul territory, out of play. Two and 2 on Jurgensen. Big chance for Sheboygan to grab the lead. And Jimmy to extend his lead in the RBIs category for the A's.
Jimmy came up in the first inning with the bases loaded and brought home a run, but he hit into a double play to do it.
Pitch is popped up in the shallow left field. Under it and making the catch is Olsen for the third out, and the A's come up empty. After leaving 2 runners on base, they get 0, and it's 2-2 as we head to the 4th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Top of the 4th inning, and we're all knotted up here at Wildwood Park in a big Newell game for Menasha and Max. Trying to stay atop the league. They lead Appleton by just a game. Much more important for the road team than it is the home team. Sheboygan's got their focus on this weekend against Lombard.
Doubleheaders on Saturday and Sunday. Matter of fact, our next home game will be July 24th when play an exhibition game against the Milwaukee Tropics. The word is out on the street you're not going to be here that night.
Well, not. You'll have a player guest, Riley Palmquist. Sure, he'll do a great job.
You know who Wally Pipp was?
I do not.
He used to play first base for the Yankees before Lou Gehrig took over. Wally told his manager, "I don't feel good. Maybe you ought to start the kid."
Yeah, I have heard of that. That one popped up in the shallow center field, and Lemons is under, and he makes the catch.
Let's go back to that pop out by Jimmy to end the Sheboygan third. We had runners on at first and third. The ball was popped up, and neither runner took off because there were 2 outs. You know, they should have been running and they weren't, and a little disappointing.
Yeah, we talked about those little things again. The ball didn't drop; it didn't matter in the end. But what if it
But
did?
still,
What if it
right. Do the right thing.
Connor Olson up now.
It's kind of like when you wash your car, you know. You wash off the grill and the hood and all that. You're going to wash the window, the front window, right? The windshield. Or like they say in England, the windscreen.
Yeah, a lot of weird things in England that they say. As Olson hits it softly in the center field, and Lemons again makes the catch for the second out. A lot of soft pop-ups and soft contact.
You know what I liked about the first one especially is we had 3 guys all wanting to catch the ball, and Lemons was able to get there first.
Brings up Colton Schwobe. Schwobe's 0 for 1. He struck out. That one hit foul.
They're not waiting, are they?
No.
First pitch, boom, let's swing at it.
Menasha's, so far tonight, they've gotten just 3 strikeouts. They've had a lot of soft contact, but they make contact. And that sometimes can be very important. Make the defense make a play, especially Sheboygan defense that at times hasn't looked great.
Jimmy hustling over.
Just
couldn't quite get there. Did the slide at the end to keep from hurting himself on the railing.
Yeah, that's the last thing Sheboygan needs is another injury, especially to a big bat like Jurgensen. Couldn't make the catch. It's 0-2, and this is where Emery's been susceptible. All 4 hits from Menasha have come with 2 outs. All of them singles, and none of them really hit hard either. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. He got Schwobe swinging for the second time. The first time he got him looking, now we got him swinging. We're through 3.5, still 2-2 between the Max and the A's.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Casper leads it off for Sheboygan in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Leading off for the A's, the catcher.
Casper is 0 for 1. He popped up, and he ended that first inning on a pop-up. Left a runner on third base. First pitch to Cal. He is right through there for a strike. Cal has been great defensively. His bat has been kind of on and off for Sheboygan. He's gotten hot in stretches. Sometimes he's not where he wants to be at the plate. We know he's a great hitter. We know he can figure it. We've seen it. We've seen flashes of him being an elite hitter, going the other way. Walk-off hits as well.
Yeah, not a big guy, but he does pack some power in that frame of his.
He pops it up right side, going after Kahneman. He's going to have room, and he makes the catch for the first out of the 4th inning. Brings up Nick Tenney. Tenney walked in the 2nd inning. And then was doubled off. One of the 2 double plays that Menasha's turned in this game against Sheboygan hitters. Pitch to Tenney is popped up. A lot of pop-ups between both teams. Whether they stay foul or stay in play. The only hard contact has been Ames and Hanselman's hits, really between both sides. 0-1. Tenney hits it in the shallow center field. Bermuda triangle, but Cita's under, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Cita makes those catches look very easy, and he's a pretty quick outfielder, and it's a good one out there.
And good read on it, good first step.
Yes.
Had a lot of time to get under it, and may look easy, as you mentioned. Brings up Lucas Lemons. He struck out. One of the 2 strikeouts. And that one's inside on Lemons. Lemieux's pitch to Lucas is hit foul. It's 1-1. Lemons, another Marion University member. One and one is low. It's 2-1. Lemons has played a great shortstop tonight. Made some nice plays. Caught a couple pop-ups as well last inning. 2-1 pitch to Lucas is right through there for a strike. 2-2 now.
How do you get from Albuquerque, New Mexico, his hometown, to Marion College in Fond du Lac,
Yeah, we see it a couple times. We saw it with Gus Walker, Jason Sims a couple years ago. Both from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Must be a Marion pipeline. Must be some alumni down there. 3-2 on Lemons. Lemieux's pitch to him is low, and he draws the walk. Another walk for Sheboygan. Number 6 already, and we're only not even through 4 innings.
I remember it was more than several years ago, the Manitowoc Bandits had several players from the West Coast. I think there was one kid was from the state of Washington, you know, another kid maybe, I don't know if it was from California, but they were out there. And it just seemed really weird, you know, how those kind of players make their way to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's a great place to be.
It is.
Not right now with the air, but most of the time it's a great place to be. You don't get any hurricanes, just a couple tornadoes every once in a while. Fairly nice weather. Could get a little humid, but I'd say overall nice weather. And if you like snow.
I was going to say, it doesn't get any better than in the fall.
That one's hit up the middle for a base hit for George Haas. And the third hit of the day for Sheboygan comes from the 9-hole hitter Haas. 2 runners out with 2 outs, and Sheboygan give Menasha a taste of their own medicine with 2 outs. Brings up Alex Ames, who's got one of those 3 hits.
Center fielder, number 6, Alex Ames.
Oh, at great speed at second base, and Lemons, we could score a run on a hit to the outfield.
Especially with 2 outs. Runners will be on the move by contact. And Ames is hitting over 300 with runners in scoring position this season. He's been great in these situations all season long. Lemieux checks over on Lemons at second.
Alex has 3 doubles and a triple, so he does have some extra base power.
First pitch to Ames is taken high. And we've seen his clutch gene. We saw it on Monday against Denmark. The double to tie the game up at 17. Opposite field double as well. Showing off that power. 1-0 to Alex is hit foul. 1-1. Two down in this 4th inning. Sheboygan runners on second and first. Both reached with 2 outs. Lemon via the walk, and Haas just had a base hit. And Ames trying to bring him home, give Sheboygan the lead back in this 4th inning of a 7-inning game. The 1-1 pitch is low, 2-1. It's tough. The umpire behind the plate makes calls a little late sometimes.
He's deliberate. As an announcer, you know, you get different kinds of umpires. You have to be able to adjust.
Ames hits it softly to left field. Under it is Schwobe, and he makes the catch for the third down. Sheboygan comes up empty again, leaves 2 more runners on base, and the score remains 2-2 as we head to the 5th inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Back to the top of the 5th inning here at Wildwood Park. 2-2 between the A's and the Macs. And I think for Sheboygan, they've left 5 runners on base compared to Menasha's 3. But it feels like Sheboygan, big runners on base that could have them lead right now.
Hopefully the left on base and lack of clutch hitting doesn't hurt them in the end.
And they got those 6 walks. They're doing what we say they do, drawing those walks, getting those runners in scoring position. But if you can't deliver, it doesn't mean much. And Emery's done a nice job on the mound so far, just the 2 runs given up. And that one popped up, left side. Wagner chasing after it. And he will not have a play. He'll get out of play on Ben Johnston, the 9-hole hitter.
Now he's 0 for 5. 0 for 4 in the game.
I was just calling
month.
it. Predicting the
0 for 1
future.
We'll get that squared away yet, Lucas.
0-1 on Johnston. Breaking ball. Big
Actually, I
breaking
can
ball.
see why that would happen, because in that first column after the name, it's a number which represents their position.
Yeah,
and it was
I
number
think that
9.
was what it was.
So, you know, that 9 could look like a fly out to right field.
Everyone does their scorecards differently, right? I mean, you look at someone else's score, you know, you can read it.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm the only guy up here that does it right.
I'm sure everyone feels that way. And maybe you are. You know, maybe you should go to some sort of conference.
There's a lot of different ways to score a baseball game, and
should trademark the way you do it. That one swung on and missed by Johnston for the first out. Emery with another strikeout. Give him 4. 5. Always one off.
That's why it's nice to have a partner.
Yeah, goodness. If only the
course,
lead could.
The last thing I need is to be corrected every time I make a mistake, which is all too often.
First pitch to Kahneman is right through there for a strike. Kahneman led off the game with a walk, came around and scored without the benefit of a hit. That was how Menasha scored their first run and gave them the lead at the time. For Sheboygan answered with 2, and then Menasha got one back in the 3rd to tie it up, and that's the score we have right now. And Kahneman lines at the right center field. That's going to plug a gap. He's around first. Hansman grabs it, throws it in, and it'll be a stand-up double for Kahneman, Aiden Kahneman. And a big hit there for Menasha.
I think that was their hardest hit ball of the night.
He's a good hitter.
I don't know if you're able to watch him running around the bases, but he is really a smooth runner too. He looks like he could definitely be a track athlete.
And he doubled.
But you know the best part about his game? His uniform number, 25.
Love that number, don't you?
Yeah.
Jersey of Hall of Famers. Mike Martin, Barry Bonds. List goes on. Even though Beer Bonds isn't a Hall of Famer, I guess.
He might. I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Yeah, it's always.
He'll ever get
I
in
think
there.
he should be in there personally.
He certainly has the stats.
Yeah, that's for sure. 600 on base percentage in a season. That's exactly. Steroid era was a weird time in MLB. Cita takes it high.
We're talking PEDs up here, performance enhancing drugs. I wonder if they make anything for announcers.
Yeah. You could invent it. That one's all fouled off by Cita. It's 2-1. One out here in the 5th. Runner on second base, Conman, he doubled. He's seen the A's well this season. He was 3 for 5 last time these two played at Wildwood Park, and he's 1 for 2 tonight. 2-1 on Cita. Breaking ball right through there for a strike. Big bender from Emery, and it froze Cita. Big chance for Menasha to take the lead in the 5th. The 2-2 from Emery. Swung on and missed. He got him. Strikeout number 6 for Noah. Comes at the hands of the center fielder for Menasha. And he has to stay at second base, Kahneman. Evan Olson, the second baseman, comes to the plate. Big RBI spot, just like Cita had, I should say. And that one's taken high. Casper. Nice grab back there.
I was going to say, Olson drove in Menasha's first run in the 1st on a ground out to short.
2 outs in the 5th. Go ahead run at second base. Swing and a miss from Olson. It's 1-1. Both teams have left runners on base. 5 for Sheboygan, 3 for Menasha. Working our way through 4.5 innings in this game. Breaking ball nearly hit him.
Wow. Didn't snap that curveball off very well.
Talk about the importance of this game for the Max. They lead the Newville by 1 game. They fell in the championship to Sheboygan last year. It's a rematch of that championship game. 2-1. That one popped up in the shallow right field. Going after it is Haas. And he makes the catch for the 3rd out, and Emery works his way out of it. A 1-out double goes for naught. It's still 2-2 as we're through 4.5 innings here at Wildwood Park.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
Got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Bottom of the 5th inning, ready to get underway.
You're working hard out there, Pete.
2-3-4 for Sheboygan.
Pete Schrader, our 50-50 raffle ticket seller, was working very hard. Should have a payout of over $100.
Leading off the GM's first inning, the right fielder, number 5, Chase Hanselman.
Hanselman is 1 for 2 with a double. That brought in Ames, one of the 2 runs for Sheboygan tonight. First pitch to Chase is in there for a strike. Chase hasn't got a chance to hit with runners in scoring position this game, but he's hit .520 in those at-bats this season. 13 for 25. Absolutely exceptional as he fouls that one back. And he's only got the 19, oh, I should say he only had 1 RBI at one point, but now he's got 19.
Yeah, it seemed like it was pretty deep into the season with that 1 RBI, and all of a sudden he caught fire.
About time it kind of averaged out.
Yes.
It's 0-2 on Chase. Sheboygan trying to get the lead back. They had it for a few innings from the first to the third. As Hanselman hits that one, foul territory and out of play. It does stay in the ballpark though. Still 0-2 on Hanselman. It's been the part of the go that's done a lot of damage for the Ace. Ames, Hanselman, and Lash. That one's low on Chase. It's 1-2.
Hanselman has walked 18 times on the season, only struck out 17.
Swung on and missed by Hanselman. He goes down swinging.
Guess what? Now it's tied up.
I was just going to say it.
All. My bad.
Bottom of the 5th starts off with a strikeout for Lemieux. Oh, that is not him. New pitcher on the mound for Menasha. Connor Olson, as Lash hits it to short. And the throw at first will get him in plenty of time for the second out.
Connor Olson started the ball game over at third base. And number 6.
Number 27, Hudson Wagner.
Evan Olson moved over to third base.
Hudson Wagner now at the plate. Swing, and a heavy hack by Hudson. Wagner is 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Pitch is right through there again on Hudson. 0-2 on him quickly. That was one of the 2 strikeouts that Lemieux threw. His reliever, Olson, already has one of them in this inning, in his first inning to work. It's 1-2 on Wagner. Jurgensen looms on deck. Wagner calls time. By himself some time. One and two, 2 outs on Hudson. That one hits softly past the pitcher. And the throw to first will get Wagner. And a 3 of 3 down inning for Olson on the mound. And it's still 2-2 as we go to the 6th inning.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Top of the 6th inning, still 2-2 here at Wildwood Park. Noah Emery remains on the mound for Sheboygan. He outlasts Zach Lemieux, the Menasha starter.
You know, and I look at Lemieux's line. He walked 6 batters, Lucas, and we just didn't take advantage of that enough.
And the only one who had a timely hit was Hanselman on his double.
So Lemieux's final line was 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. Both of those were earned. Walked 6 and had 2 strikeouts.
Sheboygan is 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position with 3 walks. Brings up Quade Thompson. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the max. Thompson shows bunt, gets it down right at Emery. He fields and throws the first in plenty of time to get Thompson for the first out of the 6th inning.
Good play by Noah. He gathered it and took his time and made a very accurate throw to first.
Brings up Jackson Anderson. Anderson's done a great job at shortstop tonight, Marty. He's been all over the field and makes great play after great play. Makes it look easy, too. First pitch from Noah is low and gets through the legs of both Casper and the home plate umpire. Feels like Emery a lot of times is cruised to get those first 2 outs, and then once he gets the 2 outs, he can't find that put away pitch to get that 3rd out. That one swung on and missed by Anderson. Jackson's 0 for 2.
Emery with 6 strikeouts in the ball game so far and only 1 walk.
That one past Casper again.
Yeah, not getting the kind of help you'd hope for from his offense.
Yeah, it feels like Sheboygan just can't put that complete game together. It's either great pitching and the offense struggles or great hitting and the pitching struggles. If they can put both those together, especially this weekend, things will be looking very bright for Sheboygan. That one swung on and missed by Anderson. It's 2-2.
Looked like Emery took a little something off that breaking pitch. Had Anderson way out in front.
See where he goes on this 2-2 pitch. Does he challenge him? Does he try to get him to chase? We'll see in a second. He goes right after him, and he got him swinging. A strikeout number 7 for Emery. Anderson slams the bat. He's striking out for the 2nd time, and there are 2 outs in the 6th inning. For Chris DeGroot. Hey, we never brought up DeGroot's major at Illinois Tech, aerospace engineer.
He's a rocket scientist.
Wow. That plays baseball.
I was getting nervous around people that are really smart like that.
First pitch is low.
Speaking of DeGroot, we have an umpire that frequently works our games, and his last name is DeGroot. I wonder if there's any relationship there.
Not a very common last name, you'd think. But we thought that about Dejanef as well, as that one's popped up in the foul territory. Chasing after Wagner slides. Almost deja vu from the other side with Jurgensen, but he came up short.
Not sure if I mentioned this the other night, but after that Denmark game, and when I was walking out, one of the Denmark parents was standing there, and I asked about the Dejanef kid, and he said he's definitely not from the Chilton area. So
yes, you never know, even with those uncommon names, still might not be related. 1-1 on DeGroot. That one hit sharply up the middle. Diving attempt by Lemons knocks it down, but it'll be a base hit. Shouldn't have said sharply. That was hit pretty softly up the middle.
Well, close enough to make you worry for Emery. Just missed his glove.
Yeah, that would hurt no matter what.
Yeah.
Connor Olson up. He's 1 for 2, and it's getting that 2-out hit from Menasha. 5 of their 6 hits have come with 2 outs, all of them singles. That's the reason that they have tied this game up. Those 3 2-out hits in the 3rd as Olson takes it high.
I know it's too late now, and we'd only be able to do it for home games, but it'd be interesting to see which of our pitchers allows the most stolen bases when they're on the mound.
Yeah, It's, you know, a lot of times with closers, obviously Sheboygan doesn't really have that closer, but closers a lot of time in Major League Baseball, they're the ones that allow the most stolen bases. They take longer to let the ball go as Olsen hits that one sharply to left. Tenney is there and he makes the catch for the third out. Emory puts up another 0, and we're still tied at 2 through 5.5. Sheboygan looking to take the lead in the bottom half.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Well, I'll take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Back for the bottom of the 6th inning, and Marty, what was the name of Sheboygan's original stadium?
Legion Park.
We both got that one up correct up here in the press box, and the contestant did as well. Won herself a prize on Fan Appreciation Night here at Wildwood Park. Brings up Jimmy Jurgensen, trying to give Sheboygan that lead as he hits that one sharply past the glove of the first baseman Kahneman down the right field line. Jurgensen's on his way to second base. He'll be in there at the double. Slides in there for safety, and to lead off double for Sheboygan in the 6th inning. And a huge spot for that for Jimmy.
I'm not embarrassed to say this, Lucas. That is the fastest I've ever seen Jimmy run. I'm not kidding you. He got that ball past the first baseman, and he was thinking double right away.
He knows he can end another team's championship hopes, regular season championship hopes. And he put it all out there, even slid in there for safety. Brings up Cal Casper, an RBI spot for him. Jurgensen at second base. Corner infield comes in. And they're playing Cal straight up the middle. Unless they're just trying to hold Jimmy back. Shortstop Anderson shaded over very much the second base bag. Pitch is taken high to Cal. It's 1-1.
That was a close pitch. You know, if he'd have called that a strike, I wouldn't have complained. It was a good take by Cal.
Big spot for Casper. He's gotten a walk-off this season. Came against Green Bay. Okay, do an inning earlier. Casper hits to right field. It's going to hang up there for the right fielder. Jurgensen doesn't tag. And that was the right decision. Good catch by Johnston. Casper hit the ball hard.
That was a problem.
Right at Johnston, right. Brings up Nick Tenney. And this feels like this is the opportunity for Sheboygan to bring in that run. Got the leadoff double. Can the bottom of the order deliver? Tenney and Lemons. Both have reached via the walk. Neither of them have a hit yet.
Tenney so far this year has 12 RBIs. That's pretty good for the amount of at-bats he's had.
Fans getting going here at Wildwood Park in the 6th inning. Chance to take the lead for Sheboygan. Jurgensen at second base. Tenney takes one in there for a strike. Oh, and 1 on Nick. Pitch from Olsen. And it's outside.
Good pick by Thompson. A pitch that was in the dirt.
It looks like Olson and Anderson are just waiting for Jurgensen to take that extra leadoff step. Try to backpick him at second base. He's looking over there quite a bit. Pitch is hit on the ground to third. And Jurgensen will try to go for third. And the ball gets away from the first base of Kahneman. Jurgensen's on his way home. The throw in will be there in time. And Jurgensen's out. Jurgensen tried to go for the whole thing. And it was a great tag, great throw. And Sheboygan unable to put the go-ahead run across the plate.
I thought Tenney would have headed off to second base, but was not in a position to do that.
He reached on the error. Could have been a double play. Brings up Lucas Lemons. That one's taken. It's 1-0 on Lemons. Pitch nearly hit Lucas. See, if you think that Tenney's going to be on the move with 2 outs? Try to get that runner in scoring position for Lemons?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing before you mentioned it. I was wondering how Tim Moyer would play it.
We'll see here. This would be the pitch from the go on. He doesn't go. Now you got that righty on the mound as well. It's 2-0 on Lemons. It's 2-0 on Lemons. 2-1. It's 2-1 on Lemons.
Tenney still not taking a big lead over there either.
And that one's in there for a strike. He evens it up at 2-2. And we haven't seen Tenney even look to run, even on a right-handed pitcher. He'll be going with 2 outs.
That's the other thing.
Big pitch. Fouled back by Lemons. Deuce is wild, Marty. 2-2. 2 outs. And the score's 2-2.
I want a hit. An extra base hit.
No way.
Score Tenney from first.
2 outs in the 6th inning. Can Lemons come through? Tenney's at first. Breaking ball fouled away again. Again, it looks like Sheboygan was right on the doorstep of taking the lead. And Jurgensen.
Yeah, and I don't fault Tim for sending Jimmy like he did.
It's a close play. The throw beat him. And just got the tag in time. 2-2, 2 outs on Lemons. Hits it foul. And out of play.
Ooh.
Nearly hit a car on New Jersey Avenue.
Just missed that one. White SUV.
You got a great view of it once it goes foul. See right on the road. And there go all the kids running after it.
Didn't you say something about running in the street, CJ? Well, it's not working.
Lemons, again, staying alive. Fouled off a couple pitches. Worked a good account. Great at bat from the A's shortstop. And he takes a called strike 3. He goes down looking. And Sheboygan comes up empty again. Another runner left on base. And another runner thrown out of the plate. It's still 2-2 as we head to the 7th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud.
Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then our dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Top of the 7th inning, still 2-2. It's been tied at 2-2 since the 3rd inning. And that'll bring up the 891 hitters for Menasha. Colton Schwobe, Ben Johnston, and Aiden Kahneman. Chance for them now to
Our
take the lead.
50-50 raffle money this last half inning was $171.
Very good on a night like this.
Yeah, Pete Schrader, our seller, was working hard.
Doing more with less.
There you go.
It's 0-1 on Schwobe. It's been a pitcher's duel ever since the 3rd inning. And that one hit sharply, foul. Quick 0-2 on Schwobe. Menasha has had a base runner in all but 1 inning. And they had their tied run score after 3 2-out singles in the 3rd inning. Check swing, did he go? He did not. It's 1-2.
You had mentioned there was only 1 3-up, 3-down inning, but there were 1, 2, 3, 4 other innings where they only sent 4 men to the plate.
Hasn't been a lot of damage ever since that 1st inning. That's a called strike 3. Another strikeout for Emery. And he continues to rack them up tonight. 8. Got it right that time. Brings up Ben Johnston. 9-hole hitter. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And Emery's looked good on the mound, even in that 1st inning where he gave up the run. The first run, it was a walk and then a stolen base and 2 groundouts that's brought him in. And skip ahead to the 3rd. He got the first 2 outs of that inning and then got hit around a little bit. Sheboygan got both their runs back in the 1st. It's been a lot of time. A lot of goose eggs for Sheboygan. 5 in a row. Breaking ball, caught that outside corner. Great pitch from Emery. 0-2, 1 out. Emery trying to get the first 2 batters in this 7th. Give his team a chance to walk it off. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Emery. He's got 9 of them through 6 2/3.
Yeah. Emery has looked really good up there. I wish the offense was a little more productive.
He's given their bullpen a break tonight. They don't have a lot of guys available, and those guys that are available, you want to keep them available for this weekend. That one swung on and missed. What a breaking ball, and he has been locked in this 7th inning. Kahneman, who hasn't missed the ball very much tonight. Big contact hitter. 1 for 2. Takes it for a strike. Quick 0-2, a chance to strike out the side for Emery. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Noah Emery, what an inning. 3 up, 3 down, all via the K. And he's got his chance to the offense. Can they walk it off? Can they stop Menasha's championship hopes? We'll see in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Well, I'ma take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Sheboygan's got a chance to walk it off. 9-1-2. George Haas, Alex Ames, Chase Hanselman. We've seen a few walk-offs this year. Go back to the Green Bay game. And want to go to Newble? We got the Appleton game in early June. Jurgensen's walk-off homer. Can Haas start a rally here in the 7th? Pitch is taken for a strike.
Haas retired Sheboygan 1-2-3 in his first inning of work. He looked a little susceptible in the second inning, the 6th. Hopefully Sheboygan can find a chink in his armor and get a run.
Yeah, Olsen gave up that leadoff double to Jurgensen. Just got past the glove with Kahneman. Haas slides up the middle and off the glove of the second baseman, Olsen, and he's got a leadoff single. And Sheboygan's got that base runner. Second hit of the day for George Haas in back-to-back at-bats. Brings up the top of the order. And the part of the order that's had the number of Menasha pitching tonight. Brings up Alex Ames.
Now, we don't know what kind of a bunter Alex is. I think we looked it up the other game. He might have a sacrifice on the year, but this would seem to be a big opportunity to try and advance that runner with a bunt. And he squares up and takes it for a ball.
And throw back to first. Does not get Haas. And it's 1-0 on Ames. He brought the bunt back. Ames shows bunt again, pulls it back again. Haas is on the move. And he is in there safely. Dangerous attempt by Haas, but he gets in the second base. And we've seen George Haas have some big base running decisions. We saw him go to third a few games ago when the runner wasn't covering.
I wonder if the showing of the bunt was just to decoy the defense and hopefully give George a better jump for the steal attempt.
Do you keep the bunt on, try to get him to third with less than 2 outs?
Definitely now I would. You could get that runner to third.
Thing is, can Olsen put it in the zone so Ames can put one down? Hanselman on deck, he had a walk-off. And it looks like they're putting Ames on. And you could see the sigh coming from Ames when he heard the news that he was being put on first base. He wanted a chance to put one down.
Now here's the thing that happens with this intentional walk. That's a very smart move by Menasha, because now you force Tim to maybe bunt Hanselman, and you know he's been a good hitter. Do you want to do that, or do you want to let him hit with a man on second, which I think I would do? But the other good reason for doing it by Menasha, you still have a chance for a double play.
Oh, definitely.
So
especially with Lash coming on deck, if Hanselman were to get out without advancing the runners, he's more of a double play threat as well, and Wagner and Jurgensen are too. Hanselman's been arguably the best hitter, for sure the best hitter in this lineup, arguably been the best hitter this season for Sheboygan. And to take that out of his hands, a runner on third base with less than 2 outs, where you know the guy doesn't strike out a lot, would probably bring him home. Great move by Menasha.
Also, we have a real fast runner in George Haas at second base. Something hit to the outfield. He'll be running like the wind, trying to score that winning run.
First pitch to Hanselman. Runners on first and second. Takes it inside. Sheboygan a chance to walk it off. Menasha is currently first place in the Newble.
If you look at your monitor up at the shortstop, right by the umpire, he's trying to keep Haas close to second.
And we saw that when Jurgensen was on second as well. 1-0 to Hanselman. He's already got a walk-off. It came on Saturday against Greenville. He pitched the final 3 innings, 2 of them scoreless. And then he walked it off himself on a 5-man infield. 1-0 to Chase. Nobody out in the 7th. 2 runners on base. And he lines it to left field over the head of the shortstop Anderson. Around third is Haas. And he's going to score. Sheboygan walks it off. Chase Hanselman does it again. And Sheboygan has gone 500 in the Newble, courtesy of Chase Hanselman's RBI single to win it for the A's.
Your final score on the Chase Hanselman walk-off. It's the A's 3, Max 2.
This guy just keeps delivering, Marty.
He's amazing. He's on a hot streak, and they gave us enough chances, and we finally capitalized in the bottom of the 7th to win it by a score of 3-2. It was a great win for Sheboygan. Excellent pitching by Noah Emery. 1 walk all game, had 9 strikeouts. He was a beast.
And we talked about this game, but now we shift our ideals to this weekend against Lombard. Sheboygan currently the #1 seed in Wisconsin State League, but they play 4 games against a very tough Lombard team on the road. What do they need to do this weekend?
They have a 2-game lead in the standings on Lombard. If they only win 1 game, that means they'll be up a game. If they can split, they keep that 2-game lead in the standings, and there's very little left to be played in the state league. So they need to win at least 1, hopefully 2. I don't know if they have enough to win 3 or 4, but 2 minimum, or I should say 1 minimum, but just got to play good ball. They played good ball tonight. Look on the scoreboard. They have no errors. They made the plays they had to make, and they got the pitching they needed, and that's what they got to do this weekend.
Very clean baseball game. Only 1 error by Menasha on Nick Tenney's E6. But overall, a great game for Sheboygan. They got the win. Chase Hanselman does it again for the A's. Our next home game will be against the Milwaukee Tropics next Friday, and that'll be with the guest, Riley Palmquist, in the booth instead of yours truly, Lucas Scholze. But until then, enjoy the rest of your night. And for Lucas Scholze,